Dr. Mike is here, so we're talking about sex.
Oh, yes, we are.
Hi, Dr. Mike. Okay, let's get started. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy? And how you doing, Dr. Mike?
How you doing?
My name is LaShawn. Wendy, I love my husband so much. I mean, we have a great sex life. I mean, it's super great. But oftentimes, he likes to pop in a porn DVD just before we have sex. Should I be offended, or should I think that I'm not enough?
How long have you been married?
23 years.
I would say you shouldn't be offended at all. If anything, it takes some of the weight off you.
Okay.
Let them girls do some of the heavy lifting.
Okay.
While you're the recipient of the payoff.
That's right. That's right.
Dr. Mike, what do you say?
I'm with Wendy here. You know, the male brain loves a little novelty, and I would actually be flattered that he is still wanting to include you on some great sex, right?
Yeah.
Right after he's, you know, turned on by some new and exciting things. That means you don't have to spend a lot of money putting these weird outfits on. He can watch all of that, then come to this sexy woman right here.
Do you enjoy a little porn yourself?
I do now. In the beginning, I didn't.
Yes.
But yeah, I enjoy it.
Nothing wrong with a little porn.
It makes it better.
Yeah. Exactly. I like your earrings.
Thank you. You can have them too.
Thank you for your question.
You're welcome.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Next, you're wearing my favorite shade of pink.
Thank you.
I mean, baby pink is cool, but hot pink is hot.
Hot.
Yes. How you doing?
How you doing?
What's your name? Where are you from?
My name's Meg. I'm from New York.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, my boyfriend and I sometimes use sex toys to sort of like spice stuff up. And he insists that they don't need to be washed every time. And I think that they absolutely do. So I'm wondering if you two could just back me up a little bit.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But it's not just about STDs, it's also about bacteria, right? So even if you're in a committed relationship, you want to wash those sex toys after every use. I recommend either Pyrex or silicone, because you can stick those in the dishwasher.
Okay.
Pyrex, as in something glass that doesn't bend around?
Yes, and doesn't really break. Just take them out before the in-laws come over. You don't want to explain that.
Yeah, now if they want to wash them in the sink, what should they use? A mild soap?
A mild soap, if they're plastic especially, or glass, you want to use an antibacterial soap and let them air dry with warm water.
Okay.
Air dry after every time.
Every single time. I told him.
How you doing? Come on over. Okay. Who are you?
I'm Sade.
Well, welcome to the show, Sade.
Thank you. My question, well, I'm a lot of women, and I seem to attract guys who have the big girl fetish. So my question is, how would I know if a guy's into me for me or my curves?
Well,
you go first.
Okay. Well, first of all, a fetish is an attraction to an inanimate object, and you are a beautiful, curvy, vivacious woman. So you're definitely not an inanimate object. So it's not a fetish.
Why do they call it like a foot fetish?
So a foot fetish is the incorrect diagnosis.
Okay.
A foot fetish is actually called partialism, where you're attracted to a part of the human body, but that is not actually a fetish, even though it is commonly used, you know, in the term foot fetish.
Well, you learn something new every day. That's what I love when you come here.
I know.
Okay, so what I would say to you as a whole lot of woman is that most of the time when guys are attracted to us, it's because they usually have a pattern of appreciating a whole lot of women, you know? I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, if you can, take a look at what his ex-girlfriends look like, because then you'll see a pattern, you know? If you don't see the pattern, doesn't mean you dump the guy. It just means that he's making an exception to a rule. I wouldn't get all caught up. You're a whole lot of women. You're not a fat girl. You're not, you know, you're a beautiful girl.
Thank you.
Hey,
What do you say about that?
I agree. You know, first of all, Sade, I think you're going to know, you can tell when a man loves you for you, and if you are his type, and your type is beautiful, then more power to you,
But there's one more thing that I will say before we go into commercial. He's going to be attracted to you before he even knows you, just based on how you look. Your looks are what sell you first. What your game is after you start speaking is on you. So good luck. Don't get caught up. All right. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy? How you doing, Dr. Mike?
How can we help?
So my name is Denise, and I've been seeing this guy for a few months, and we have a really cool sex life. He likes to experiment, and he wants me to use a sex toy on him.
Perfect.
And so
Got him.
Right. So I was talking to one of my gay friends about it, and he told me not to because he said, "What if he wants to do the real thing? What if he likes it?"
Got him.
And so I'm just asking, like, if he wants to do it, is this an indication that he may want the real thing, that he may be into men?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, clinically speaking, Denise, there is the male G-spot, which is the prostate. So, you know, from a sensation, physical, biological point of view, there is a reason. And if it's not a penis and it's a toy that you are using...
What kind of toy does he want you to use, Denise?
The dildo.
A full penis.
The plastic penis, yeah.
Dr. Mike, go.
Well, you know, Wendy...
Gay.
You could...
Gay.
So you agree with my friend?
I agree with your friend, gay. But you know what? Humor me. You go pick up the biggest, blackest...
I got one, but I wasn't sure if I should use it. Is he gay?
I don't think so. I don't think so. You know,
Okay.
If he's in love with you, if he is aroused by having sex with you...
They've been together for a few months. A few was 3.
Well...
Yeah.
Gay. Sorry, Dr. Mike.
Maybe.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what? Can you send me a telegram after tonight? Can you go home and then come back?
I mean, I could try.
Can you come back to the show and follow through with this conversation?
Yes, I can.
Keep your hair the same color so I remember you. Okay? And I want you to come back. No, I'm serious. Oh, I'm serious. Okay. Suzanne, make a note. Okay. All right, go ahead. Have a seat. Thank you. Thank you. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Good.
How
Cute
you doing,
outfit.
Dr. Mike? Thank you. My name's Leah. So all my girlfriends send their boyfriends, and even guys are just talking to, sexy nudes.
Oh.
My boyfriend's bugged me before.
How long have you been together?
8 years.
Okay.
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
He has bugged me before. I'm not really comfortable. Should I just step out of my comfort zone and maybe send him a few?
What do you do for a living?
Respiratory therapy.
And you're, what, 30?
28.
28? No, look, I said 30 like this, like around 30.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
28, yes.
Around, okay. Okay, I'll let Dr. Mike go first.
Well, I have a little starter technique that I recommend. So get his energy, his sexual mojo flowing. Send him a little pic of something like, you know, like a shoulder, maybe the side of a breast with a sexy message, you know, can't wait to show you the rest later.
Got
Then
it.
you don't have to go full nude. You know, it is a little tricky having nudes floating around.
Absolutely.
You know, who knows?
So the bottom line is she's a very smart woman. They've been together for 8 years. Should she eventually get to send him a full...
Well,
Bush.
I think you know, you should be comfortable. You know, I think if there's a tastefully done, maybe a silhouette or something that you're going to be, you know, comfortable with.
Yes.
But the male brain is very visual, so you can get him going, and you can start that foreplay before he even comes home from work, before both you get home, and it may be, you know, some really great sex.
Yes,
when
absolutely.
You do.
Are you going to go with that answer?
I'm going to try it.
Okay, well, you didn't ask me. Well, you did ask me, but he answered, don't send a nude picture, not even if he's your husband, because you never know when somebody's going to try to use something against you. No nude pictures, no nude pictures. Not even after you've been married for 50 years. No nude pictures. Don't be dopey. Okay,
Got it.
sorry, Dr. Mike. I love when you come here, though. Uh-oh.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, short stuff.
My name is Hasiba. How you doing?
Very well, thanks. How can I help you?
I have an 18-year-old granddaughter who's a senior in high school. She dropped out of school last week.
Why?
She only has a few months to go.
Who does that?
I have 16 other grandchildren. I took her out of my will, but she doesn't know it yet. Should I wait? Should I tell her now or wait till I die for her to find out?
You should tell her now. But wait a minute, I don't understand. Where are her parents to tell her it's corny to drop out of high school? It's bad enough there are a lot of people that don't go on to college either because they don't have the interest or they can't afford it. But it's real corny in 2015 not to have a high school diploma? Where is she going in her life?
She thinks that she's going to be the greatest singer ever. She is talented.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Good luck. Good luck. Get back in school. What are you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
Hi, Wendy. My name is Shanice, and I just started dating a guy. It's only been a month, and we were talking about summer vacations, and he said that he's going on vacation with his ex and her family.
Okay.
It's already paid for.
Okay, I need you to just speak up a little louder, but we already heard you. Yeah?
It's already paid for. Should I be okay with him going on vacation?
No. Tell him you'll see him in September.
Okay.
Because you know what? Like, don't lose his number. It's
Yeah.
not your fault. You've only been dating him for a month.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault that he paid for a vacation. And there are a lot of people who still want to get their vacation dollar done. But you know what happens after margaritas after midnight.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, thank you, Wendy.
Okay, so see him in September. All right. Very well, Shanice.
How you doing, Wendy?
Good.
I'm Tammy from Jersey.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi. I think my husband is going through a midlife crisis.
Oh.
He's been wanting a motorcycle for months.
Ding.
And I've been very much against it. I come home last week, and the motorcycle is in the driveway.
Ding, ding.
Should I let him keep the motorcycle?
Yes. Tammy, how many kids do you have?
2.
How old are they?
One's 19 and one's 9.
And how old's your husband?
46.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. That's a midlife crisis. Let him keep it. Make sure he's properly insured, and you might want to up his life insurance. You know? Yeah. Just make sure he's operating within the confines of you know, how motorcycle, always wear the helmet.
Right.
He can't ride the kids.
Right, absolutely.
You
not.
know, you might take a spin for him, or maybe not.
No, never.
All right, well, that's on him.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, midlife. It's a
Difficult,
pisser.
very
It's very difficult. Thank you, Tammy.
Wendy.
Oh.
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Now, how you doing?
I'm good. My name is Mo. I'm from South Florida. I have a friend of 7 years. She's gained a little bit of weight recently, and she doesn't want to do anything anymore. She was my, like, adventure buddy. We used to go everywhere together.
Aww.
And she doesn't really want to do anything. She blames it on, like, work, or she says, like, she's getting older, but Wendy, she's 25.
Midlife crisis at 25?
I don't know. But
Tammy, check this out.
so my question is, how do I bring it up to her without offending her, or just saying, be comfortable with who you are? How do I get that to her?
You're not even giving me the you can offend vibe. Like, Mo, you seem like a very nice man.
Thank you.
If you came to me and you said, Wendy, you know, are you uncomfortable with yourself or whatever? Like, you have a way. Doesn't he have a way about himself? You have a way about yourself,
Thank
Mo.
you, Wendy.
So go to her and talk, and in private.
Yeah.
At her house or your house.
Okay.
Not out at the restaurant or something. Because then that way she can cry and she could really just let it out.
Yeah.
And then just be there for her and let her know that she's beautiful, and don't encourage her to lose weight if she doesn't want to do that on her. About how many pounds?
A couple. She's a gorgeous girl. Gorgeous.
A couple is 2.
Either way.
What are we
either
talking
way.
about?
50, 60.
Oh, so she's gained another person. Okay, well,
Wendy, you're going to get me in trouble, Wendy.
Mo, be nice the way you are right now. Talk to your friend and pull her out of her shell and let her know she's beautiful regardless, okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Very welcome, Mo. Come on over. How you doing?
How you doing?
Fine, thanks.
I'm Giancarlo from Montreal, and I have a question. So, I've been married for 4 years. Happily, we'll be married 4 years in June. I'm a divorce lawyer who's married. Imagine that.
Okay.
And last fall, my ex-boyfriend came to visit us in Montreal, and I told my husband to not be catty with him, you know, because I didn't want to do that. When they finally met, I noticed that they got along super well. The joke is on me, and now my ex is coming to visit this Memorial Day. Should I be worried, Wendy?
Yeah.
He's really gorgeous, Wendy.
Yes.
Oh, God. Okay, well, thank you. I know it's over. I heard it first from him.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that, Giancarlo.
No.
I mean, it's nice that you're mature enough to be civilized if you happen to run into your ex at the grocery store or the airport, but to invite him to your house and he's staying at your house?
He's not. He's staying at the hotel, I think. Can you imagine? far as I know.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Okay.
All right.
We'll fix everything. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, Giancarlo. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Fine, thanks. How can I help?
My name's Melissa, and my boyfriend and I have been dating for 5 years. His daughter lives with him, and she doesn't help with the rent, and she doesn't have the money to live on her own.
Okay.
So my question to you is, how can I get my boyfriend to be Team Melissa and have her get her own apartment?
When he gives you a ring and you set a date, then your opinion will count. See, because Melissa, you've only been, he's your boyfriend, but he's your boyfriend of 5 years.
Yeah.
Dear. Now, how old is this little girl?
She's 21.
Okay.
22.
Okay. Yeah, stay out of her business. I gotta tell you something.
Yeah.
These kids these days know how to wreck their parents' relationships. And you don't want to get her on your bad side until you become the wife, in which case then, you know, now you leave and I'm here.
Yes.
All right? You understand what I'm saying, Melissa?
I do, Wendy. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care, Melissa.
Thank you.
How you doing?
My name is Nikki, and I'm from Philly, so, yo, how you doing?
Hi, Nikki.
My daughter is 26 years old. She's beautiful. She's amazing, but she hasn't had a serious boyfriend or been in a relationship, and I want to get this grandchild thing moving along here. So I work in a hospital with lots of good-looking doctors. I'm pretty social. Would it be okay if I, like, gave her number out?
Well, no, you can't give her number out, but why doesn't she come visit you at the nurse's station? I mean, the doctors are swarming. First of all. Second of all, but she's only 26. 26 is like, she's got 4 more years to discover, all right, to live out her 20s.
Yeah, right. But I always find good-looking guys, and I come home and say, I met this guy today, and she wants no parts of it.
Yeah, a lot of times people don't like to get involved with people that their parents hook up. I would have had no problem with it, because, Mommy, I think that you, quite frankly, would have had really good taste.
Yeah.
But, no.
I can't get involved?
Lay off, Mickey.
Oh, man. Okay.
You're still young.
Thanks, Wendy.
All right, Mickey. How you doing?
How you doing? Hi, Wendy. I'm Carissa. How you doing?
Hi, Carissa. How can I help you?
So I've been dating my boyfriend for like a month, but then we had a mini break, and then we got back together. But during our mini break, he slept with his ex-girlfriend, and she's pregnant. But she's not 100% is his, because she doesn't want to take a paternity test before the baby gets here. So the thing is, he goes to all her doctor's appointments, and he went to the baby shower.
Carissa, how old are you? How old are you, hon?
I'm 35.
Okay. Old enough to understand that when you've only been dating a guy for a month and you had a break in between, that this is not worth your trouble. Move along. Move along, Carissa. Move along. Move along. It's not worth it. Thank you, though.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello? I mean, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm Melissa.
Carissa, I'm just saying. You're gonna bother me all day. Hi, Melissa.
Hi. So I'm from DC, and my husband and I have a group of friends that we hang out with about once a month. They have a boys' night. They go to the strip club, which is cool with all the wives except for one.
Okay.
So the problem is we're telling her, yeah, they're going to the bar, they're going to dinner, but I'm starting to feel guilty. Should I tell her the truth or keep up the lie?
Keep up the lie. You know what? Because the strip club is the bar.
True.
I mean, if your husband came home and he told you, ooh, we ended up at the strip club, you'd have no problem with it.
Right.
You know, so the husband is the one who needs to talk to her. Don't you hate friends who you get caught up in their lives?
Absolutely, yes.
But that's his friend, so let him deal with it. You know?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I love it.
Well, thank you.
How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. My name is Carol. How you doing?
Hi, Carol. How can I help you?
Well, I've been involved in a 10-year relationship with my significant other. So on my birthday and holidays, he's always giving me practical gifts, like gym membership, boring luggage, a gift certificate, $40 for my birthday, for my 50th.
And 40? He couldn't even do an even 50? Does he work?
Well, Wendy, on his birthday, he bought himself a Porsche 911. He said we should save money and look forward to retirement for my birthday. Now, he's a doctor.
Okay.
He has money. How can I get him to buy me more thoughtful gifts?
Well, you have to give him a list of 3 things that you really like, because a lot of times men aren't really good gift givers. And so if you give them a list of 3 things that he has it drilled in your head, you know.
I did that.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Then you need to have this conversation with him.
I have.
Don't let this get in the way of another 10 years, but certainly have the conversation.
Okay, I will.
You're very welcome.
Well, thank you.
Yes. How you doing?
Hi, how you doing, Wendy?
Very well.
My name is Judy, and my mom, my 86-year-old mother, moves in with us recently, and she's always copying what I wear. Recently, we were at the 4th of July party, and I wore my white capris, my heels, and Mama went into her bedroom and changed and wore her white capris and heels. So...
Oh my God, I
yes,
love it.
and I love my mother,
Okay.
of course, you know. But how do I get her to stop
I can't, Judy.
dressing like me?
We're contemporaries.
Yes.
Okay. I think, Mommy, I think this is the cutest thing ever. I'm sorry, Judy. Let her live.
Yes.
Our moms are in their 80s. We're in our like, Mommy.
Yes.
If you wore this dress and some heels, I would love it.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Judy. I'm sorry.
No, thank you.
Let her live, Judy.
Yes. And
or you can start dressing younger, because here's where me and my mother differ, okay?
I know,
you take your T-shirt and you tie it up under your boobs, and you put on your leggings, and that's where Mommy, you know, you don't do that. As a matter of fact, you judge me when I do it.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Dress younger.
Yes.
Okay.
Dress younger.
All right.
Thank
you, Judy. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
Good, thanks.
I'm Daniel, and I believe my brother is marrying the wrong woman. He doesn't know what he's doing. I don't agree with his decision, and the wedding's fast approaching. I don't know whether I should talk to him or just let it slide and let him do his thing.
Okay, how old's your brother?
He's 29.
And the woman? About. Same?
30.
Okay. Do they have children together?
No.
All right, why is she wrong?
Controlling, keeps him down, doesn't let him do what he wants.
Well, he likes it. I mean, you know, honestly, Daniel, how long have they dated?
About 2 years.
Yeah, he knows. He doesn't have as much bro time for you?
Not for any of us.
Yeah, well, that's what happens sometimes when you get married. Well, that's what happens most of the time when you get married. You know, you forsake everyone else for the purpose of your union. And then you slowly but surely add other people back to your life, but you never add them the way it used to be. Oh, Daniel, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Aw, give me a hug. You don't understand. You don't get it. Look, Daniel, sit down.